Today, from Oklahoma City, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Oklahoma City Bisons taking on the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Oklahoma City Bison. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Oklahoma City team as they enter play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, sixth-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Browns.
Here's Hunt. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Kareem Hunt.
And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
It's a gain of 6.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
To Kareem Hunt.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew. And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
Before the game, when I said hello to him, I tried to give him a little dap, but he wouldn't give me any, and I thought he was snubbing me. Then I realized he's keeping all that flame to himself. How about the week he had last week? AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 18 carries, 75 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They run it with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Complete.
It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
At at the 40.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 39. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the gun, Hinton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
25-yard line.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
57, Mike, 57.
On 3rd and 2, Hinton. And it's caught. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's... settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Here's Martin now following the score. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 20.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys, first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 14 carries, 75 yards.
And I love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on them.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And Watkins, you see him there, still down and slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll run on first down. It's Hunt, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45.
Here's Minshew. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 8 yards to go.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
26 yards.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
To throw on 2nd down. Hinton. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Hinton's pass. Incomplete.
Charles, we get a look there at the draft class for this offense. What do you make of it?
Well, overall, I like the balance of the guys that they selected because, to me, they got a few guys who can step in and play right away, which is exactly what you want. But they also drafted for the future as well. They got some guys who might need a year or two on the practice squad, so then we'll find out if they can actually play.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Oklahoma City has the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Oklahoma City has the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
That's another Oklahoma City 1st down.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
A run on 1st down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Hinton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The quarterback on.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And it's caught. Touchdown. Robert Tonyan, his second touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
At their own 20.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Hinton over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Hinton. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Minshew. And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Minshew caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Minshew sets to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Taken down.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard. Line.
At their own 25-yard line.
54 mark. Check.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Their mobile quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. But guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. A dangerous return man showing it here.
Rashad Penny on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10.
Here again comes Gardner Minshew. And this defense, they came prepared. He's probably going to be seeing them in his sleep if they don't fix things quickly.
And that's not exactly what he wants to see in his post-game slumber. So they've got to figure out a way to slow things down a little bit. Some screen passes, some draws, anything to make the defensive front hesitate a little bit. Think on their way back to the quarterback, maybe even a quarterback draw, some type of tendency breaker to change things up.
Exactly. Whatever the case, something to mix it up here. The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to be going to force everything either.
And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
He's across.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he's got this down to the 35. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. This will be caught just inside the 10. Yeah, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Again, Minshew looking to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
At the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns get a score closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. 2nd quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Well, so far, just the single catch. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3-and-out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Hinton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates.
Receiver coaches
Preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return.
At their own 36-yard line.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Minshew, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. It'll be Minshew again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start in the AFC with 2 of the more dynamic offenses in recent memory. Kansas City taking on Pittsburgh. And it's the Chiefs who are out in front as they move towards halftime. Curtis Samuel, a touchdown reception. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. James Conner, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And that game is tied as they take on the visiting Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Hinton rolling to his right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
counter play with Jacobs. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Hinton going up top. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Hinton. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
33-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hinton, left side, complete to Lockett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone...
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there, and in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the capper, a 19-yard touchdown run.
Set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. Bobby Wagner able to get him for a loss of about 3. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
This offense in desperate. In need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now back to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
On second down, Jacobs. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think of the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Escaping the pressure right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Hinton. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Get a nice lead, you should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Minshew. Ertz has it left side. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches at the 25-yard line.
Now it's Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the play. And the Browns first down.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he powers his way up past the 30. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That one is caught by Hunt. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down, Browns.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll look to throw again. This is caught. Watkins. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the 5-yard line.
First man through. It's the fullback use check. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Quarter with the score Bisons 28, Browns 7.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Rashad Penny, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun is Minshew. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone.
Now Minshew has it knocked out, fumble. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
Minshew sacked.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This is complete to Watkins on a slant. And the Browns are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Well, this
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they got it.
The pass. Fumble on the play.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just... got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
The previous play is under review.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed.
After review of the play,
the offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the fourth quarter. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's got Lockett. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Throwing on first down is Minshew. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Minshew sets to throw. And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And he connects with Ertz. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Here's Minshew. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the draw, this is Penny. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Rashad Penny with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, it's just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Set to kick off.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
10. At their own.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Hinton. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Hinton. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
48-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hinton. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Hinton. Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
28.
And Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out. And I know we didn't on air. But mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for Oklahoma City, It's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.